stemmed the tide, but we got to get better at being organized in the right spots when teams are only going to drive it. But the McCadden kid was good at that. Memphis is a good team. Penny's done a nice job there over the years, and two good teams today, two tough teams. I don't know that was our best game, but I don't know that was theirs either. Just two tough teams.
Good James here in the middle.
Yeah, for Marcus or Jawan, just Memphis cuts it to 4 pretty quick in that second half. Just take us through what went down there, and then how y'all were able to sort of hold them off, prevent it from getting any closer.
I just feel like they just went on a good run. Basketball is a game of runs, so I just feel like we just had to keep our composure. I feel like that was adversity, during the game, and I feel like we just did a good job staying composed and handling their run, and then coming back and then getting our run on our own.
Same thing like you said, just staying together. Don't go away from the group. Continue to do what we're doing. Stick to our culture, and it's a game of runs. They go on runs, we go on runs, and just kept our composure, like you said, and extended the lead.
Kelvin, did you see something in the matchup that you thought you could get Juwan good shots, and what did his aggressiveness, mean for you guys?
Yeah, two things. One is sometimes to get J1 going, I call his number a lot. J1 is a really, really good basketball player. I mean, he's a very good player. But it's such a long season. We play so many games that there's going to be ups and downs with all these kids. Because they play great, that's usually a sign they're probably not going to play great the next one. And if they play poorly, they're not going to play poorly in the next one. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs. But effort can't be ups and downs with effort. How hard you play, how hard you compete. And that's something that we've tried to hang our hat on. I don't want our kids thinking, playing good equates to how many points I score, how many shots I get, or, am I hot tonight? It's hard to play great every night doing that. But good teams, they defend, they rebound, and they play unselfish. Memphis puts an inordinate amount of pressure on you. For most of the nights, we had single-digit turnovers. I think we wound up with, 11? But the makeup of this team is winners, and these kids know how to win. Marcus is, since his freshman year, Jamal, he backed up Dejan on the Final Four team. Then he's the starting point guard on the Elite Eight team, and now look at him. That's what these kids do. They win. They look great every night. I never thought it was a beauty contest. Last time I checked, you don't put an asterisk beside anything. You just go win the game. Can we play better? Absolutely. That wasn't our A game tonight for sure. But the other team can play better too. So proud of our effort. This is a big win for us. We go to, what's our league record?
13-1.
13-1. So we got 4 left. We get to, we don't get to relax. We got a really good Tulane team coming in here on Wednesday.
Marcus, for you guys as a team, you guys shot like 23 of 26 from the free throw line, and you guys did a good job at being able to ice the game from the free throw line. For you, how big is that from a confidence standpoint to be able to close this game in that way from the free throw line?
Just, at the end of practice, we put like an emphasis on free throws, and I think the team did a good job of just coming out there and executing today, knocking down our free throws. One went 8 for 9. T-Mark only missed 1. So just, having that confidence and being able to ice the game, like you said, with free throws.
Brian in the back.
Marcus, during that game, some of your former teammates were there, and an attendance record at Fertitta Center. You scored 20 points. You guys get 25 wins. Obviously, there's more that you want to get to, but was this a reminder of why you wanted to come back here and your decision to be a part of this? And you guys might be the #1 team in the country again. I mean, it's all continues to come together for this team this year, and you coming back played a part in that.
Yeah, just definitely, a family. Just good to see the team I used to play with, my brothers. They were there cheering us on, and I just remember like it was yesterday. They was right there on the court with me, and then they all just came into the locker room. But just like a second family. So like you said, I feel like this something I'm gonna remember for the rest of my life. So yeah.
For both Marcus and Juwan, seemed like Terrence came in there late in the first half, really kind of gave you guys a bit of a spark. Could you guys just sort of describe a little bit how you've seen his growth from the season opener to where he is today?
Basically, you just playing with a lot more confidence, not thinking as much, just playing hard. He didn't probably get as much shots as he wanted to, didn't get as much touches, but he impacted on the defensive end, and gave us a boost that we needed. And, just knowing that we have players, that comes off the bench, and impacts the game, it makes us feel good and shows us, how really good of a team we are.
Just like he said, he, came in and gave us that little spark that we needed. He impacted winning, in a different way than just scoring the ball. So, real proud of him.
Dusty in the back. Dusty, go ahead.
Coach, 5 minutes into the second half, they were 6 of 12 from the three-point line. They only shot three more threes all night. They missed all 3 of them. How are y'all able to shut them down from the three-point line?
We didn't shut them down. They drove and got to the free throw line. So we take no credit for that. And good for them. I mean, they figured out, usually as the game goes on, you figure out what works. Or sometimes just start throwing stuff against the wall and see if it'll work. I've been there. Some nights, even the best pitchers just don't have their stuff. But you still got to find a way to win. But we're a better three-point shooting team than we showed tonight, obviously, especially Manuel. But Memphis is really athletic. They can drive it. And I would not want to be a refereeing those two teams. I mean, that's not an easy game to referee. I know all these referees. Byron, Joe, Don. I told them, I don't know how you referee this game, but you missed that last call.
Start here in the middle, got the tap.
And by the way, Byron, you missed the last one before that, too.
Terrence Arsenault's status was uncertain going into this game, and then he comes in the first half, gets those 2 steals, and kind of sparks the run that allows you guys to extend your lead. I mean, how much did his minutes today speak to the growth in his toughness?
Yeah, well, we kind of, what you call his status? What'd you say? Yeah, it was uncertain to you. I was pretty certain he was going to play. I mean, I knew yesterday he was going to play, but Terrence has been practicing better. I wish I could have got him in more or got him in the second half. But when they start playing like that, Terrence isn't he doesn't sit down in the stands, keep the ball in front of you. What he is a great anticipator. He can go from the weak side and bat a ball down or go get a deflection, get a steal. But that's not what they were doing. When the team's trying to run their offense, we do a really good job of scouting. We know what they're trying to do, and then we set our defense accordingly and try to take something away. Usually a team is A, B, C. Well, A, they're trying to get to C, so we may say, let's take B away. Terrence is pretty good at that, but now when they spread the floor and just start driving, he's not great at that yet. He doesn't sit in the stance and defend the dribble. Emmanuel's a little bit better at that than he is. But Terrence is going to be a good player. That's not an opinion, that's a fact.
Kelvin, with the attendance record, guys like Quentin, Fabian, all those guys back, do you ever allow yourself to take a moment to sort of, reflect and think about how much this has built? Not
yet. Not right now. You know, I mean, it's us. It's not me. You know, I talk to our kids all the time about being selfless, and and being selfless doesn't mean you think less of yourself. You just think more of others. There's so many people that had a hand in doing this. These two kids here. I mean, this is my 4th year coaching these guys. We've developed a really good program here. But the emphasis we have. One person doesn't do it. But I'm proud of our program. I'm proud of everybody in it. You've got a good program when kids keep coming back. I think we've had one kid transfer that was in our top 10 in 8 years. And we've had some kids that hadn't gotten to play, and they made the right decision because they want to go play, like Seth Alley or Cam, guys like that. But I think Caleb Mills is the only guy that's transferred. These guys all come back, and I think that's a credit to everybody in this program, not just to the coach or to the coaching staff. It's everybody. Everybody's got a hand in this.
Kelvin, the response when they got within, I think it was 4 late, as you get closer to the postseason, is that the type of what you saw from your team and those moments, those critical, could go either way moments?
Yeah, I mean, I don't get overly carried away with any of that. I didn't think – I thought they came back because we made a couple of bonehead plays. Don't throw the ball away. We're wearing white today, fellas. Throw it to the ones in white. That would help. Then they hit 2 big threes. One on a no-help situation. They drove it in the gap, and we ran to the bar, and he kicked it for a 3. We weren't supposed to do that. So that's 5 points right there. You take those 5 points instead of a 4 points, 9 points. So I just look at the individual plays. There's no team in the country. I've seen about all of them now. There's nobody that's not capable of losing a game. And that doesn't scare me. It doesn't. I've been doing this way too long. It's like, how many wins do you have? Well, how many losses do you have? I've got 300 and some losses to prepare me for the next one. So I've lost a lot of games. And if you lose, it's because maybe you didn't play good. Okay, well, that's going to happen. For 362 teams, you're going to lose. Only one team's not going to lose a game. And there's probably about 20 teams that's got a great chance of doing that. A lot of it is good fortune. I remember the pool kid from Michigan hit that shot. Well, most people don't realize the night, or don't remember, was the night before we were in the same situation with San Diego State. They missed it. Michigan made it. That's how there's such a fine line between winning and losing. That's why I just don't go overboard on either way.
Coach, Marcus, thank you very much for
Yes, sir.